Okay, come on then, maestro.
So, do that way, or you can hold it like that. Yeah, you only want to go about 2 inches, 40 mil deep.
Okay.
You're going to want to come in at a bit of a point to get in beside it. Go off at an angle and just...
Sounds easy. Quite a lot, isn't there?
Oh, yes. So this is a day of doing jobs that neither of us are particularly looking forward to. So while Victoria is removing the concrete between the stones on one gable, I am tasked today with the opposite gable and sorting out the stonework to get it ready for bricking up. So I've just been shaping and cutting down a stone that's going to sit on the apex of the stonework. And look at this. That is the cleanest cut I've ever done. Normally I'm pretty shocking when it comes to breaking stones, just because you've got to get a real feel for it and there's a real technique and I haven't got enough experience, but that is perfect. Here she is, demolition girl.
Here I am.
How are you getting on?
I'm getting way too into this. I'm really pleased with how it's going. I think I've made some good progress. It's been one of these jobs that we've not really been looking forward to starting, but now it's going well.
How are you getting on with the new drill?
Yeah, pretty well.
I had to buy a new, more lightweight SDS drill because the one we've got is pretty heavy duty, quite hard to work with it for a long time. That's your birthday present taken care of?
I mean, it's not the worst gift you've ever bought me. Yeah, the machine is good, it's performing well, but I'm not going to use it for any longer today. I'm not going to push it. I don't know if you can see, it doesn't even look like anything, but there, the butt of my, not the butt of my hand, but there, the heel of my hand is getting hit by the butt of the drill, and just using it for too long, it's starting to make it a bit tender. So I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. So I've just laid out a rough string line going up and over the gable, and it's revealing. There is definitely a lot more stones that need going in than I realised, and also more stones that need cutting down to achieve that line. Yeah, as per expectations, this is a bigger job than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. I'm kind of running a bit low on time today. I haven't got this afternoon to do this, so I am now going to run around, try and find some suitable stones that are going to fit in the gaps, and then tomorrow I can hit the ground running, cutting stones down, getting them mortared in, and we'll see how far we get tomorrow. These suckers grow all the way around the base of the olive trees, and you need to remove them because they take away energy from the tree that they could otherwise use for making olives. However, I've left these ones on to get this big because there's an experiment that I really want to do. So, my plan is to try and propagate a whole bunch of these into mini olive trees. And the reason that I called it an experiment before was because
anywhere that I've found a resource about how to propagate olives, it's always said to use a far smaller cutting than what I'm going to try today. But our Portuguese neighbour planted probably about a dozen cuttings a similar size to what I've got here last year, and this year his trees are absolutely thriving. He doesn't even live in the area, but he comes and tends to the land a few times a year and stays for a couple of days at a time. So his little trees are very much left to their own devices. So had I not actually seen how well his were doing, in all honesty I probably wouldn't be trying this, but I'm feeling cautiously optimistic about how it might turn out. Famous last words. This is such a satisfying process. Both Ricky and I really want to plant a lot more trees around the land. If this process works, it could be an absolute game changer. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We've had so much rain over the last week. The wells are sitting really high. We use the 2 wells for water around the land, so it is really nice to see them this high. We do collect a lot of rainwater as well, and that's what runs into the house, and we use that for cleaning and bathing, but it's only got a basic sediment filter on it, so we don't use it for our drinking water, and we do still buy bottled water. And unfortunately, I get dehydrated really easily, so I have to drink a lot every day just to keep hydrated. So I was very excited when the sponsor of today's video, Waterdrop, sent us this, the A1 reverse osmosis hot cold water dispenser. Everyone needs safe and clean drinking water, and Waterdrop are passionate about developing water purifiers that provide that for the health of you and your family. We're excited to get this up and running and put it to the test. So this is the Waterdrop A1. It's a countertop reverse osmosis system that produces pure hot and cold water in just 1 second. It uses a 6-stage deep filtration reverse osmosis filter with a dual UV sterilizer to remove sediment, rust, large particles, colour, odour and chlorine, leaving you with pure and clean tasting water. This is the dispenser. It looks very smart and feels a really nice quality, and it comes with 2 filters and also a brush for cleaning. It's incredibly easy to install. It's basically just plug and play. The filters have a good lifespan, with the RO filter lasting 12 months and the CF filter 6 months. The OLED smart screen lets you monitor important information like filter life, water volume and the total dissolved solids. It has 6 temperature options, from a cold 41 Fahrenheit or 5 degrees Celsius all the way up to 203 Fahrenheit or 95 degrees Celsius. To show just how effectively it filters, I'm going to add some orange juice into the tank. Okay, so now I select the cup size that I'd like. Will do, and go. So obviously all of that orange juice has gone. Not only does it look clean, it's got a very nice, crisp, clean taste as well. So if you'd like pure water on demand, click the link in the description to get yourself an A1 water dispenser. Thanks again to Waterdrop for sponsoring today's video. The dispenser is definitely going to cut down the amount of bottled water we need to buy, which is a very good thing.
Just finished mixing up a little batch of mortar. I've not done too much because I'm only doing some small stones to go in. So I've got all my stones kind of dry fitted in place. Well, most of them anyway. There's still a couple that I couldn't find. So hopefully that bit of prep work yesterday is going to make things a bit quicker this morning whilst I'm getting everything mortared in. It's a good start.
So I'm going to carry on the front of the building today. There are the two windows on the front and the doorway, so I'm hoping that's going to bode in my favour because there's obviously less concrete to remove, but it might be a little bit more tricky, but we'll see how it goes. All I've done is basically work at a comfortable height, so I've not had to reach too high or dip down too low. So there's obviously a lot of other concrete that does need to come out when I'm on the scaffolding, but I'm just going to try and get around the building and reach what I can as quickly as possible. Just having a quick break from the vibrations and also to let my ears cool down because these ear defenders are so hot. They're very effective at stopping the sound, but they're also very effective at making my ears boil. The concrete is coming out of the gaps all right on the front, but the faces of the stones have definitely got a lot more left on them. So the clean-up job to get this concrete off of the stones isn't going to be fun, but we won't be using the SDS drill for that bit. If you're new around here or you've just not heard us mention about this concrete on the house before, at some point in time, we don't know when exactly and we certainly don't know why, but somebody took it upon themselves to point the house with concrete, not with mortar, whether that was lime or cement, concrete. And in this mix, there doesn't even seem to be much sand, it's just pebbles and cement. So it's incredibly tough, horrible, horrible stuff. And as I mentioned before, it's actually gone over the face of many of the stones, both on the outside and the inside.
I'm impressed by how much progress you've made.
Me too. Obviously, I'm only working at like easy, comfortable area. I can't speak after this. I'm working at a comfortable height, standing on the ground. So obviously when we're up higher on the scaffold and down low, getting the lower areas, it's going to be more tricky. But it's nice that the building is starting to be freed from this horrible concrete.
I've not long finished off the stonework on the gable. It's insane how hot it is today. I can't believe it's January. But now the next step for me is to start trying to get some brickwork on top of this. I'm a little bit unsure about how this is going to go because of putting bricks on the slope I've never done before. Hopefully it holds and it's going to be easy enough.
Doesn't fit. Off you come.
Don't leave me hanging.
Thank you. Oh, I think that's me done for the day. I'm feeling absolutely sozzled by this sunshine, feel a bit dehydrated, and so does the mortar because it's going off way too quickly. I'm having to spend so much time wetting it down to stop it from going off too quick. So I don't think it's wise to carry on doing any brickwork today. Not got that long left anyway, but I've got the first and the last set out. They're running parallel to the underside of the tiles, so they're nice and even now. That'll be a good base for me to run a string line from and fill in all the others on another day. For so long now, where we put the roof on before building the wall up, it's looked so bizarre. It's just looked like a roof has been donked on top of the building, and understandably we get no end of comments every week saying your roof's too short, it doesn't look right, it's not this. And to be honest, I understand the confusion, but now gradually it's all starting to take shape.
So we had a really good olive harvest at the end of last year, and we ended up getting lots of litres of olive oil. So apart from eating more olive oil than we naturally would usually, I've also been really keen to do some other bits and bobs using some of our olive oil. So obviously there's lots of positive effects that it can have for your body, but it can also be very good for the dogs as well. So the first thing I want to test out is making a doggy paw balm, although you can use it on their nose and various other calluses that they might have.
Starting to go.
Yeah, the wax things have definitely got a higher melting point than the rest though. This is obviously also safe for human use, so I'm going to put a little dropper of mint essential oils in just for a nice smelling fragrant thing for Ricky. Ooh.
The smell from that mint is so strong. I think you've put a bit too much in.
Get a whiff of that.
You literally got it on your nose.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, no. So that's all nice and cooled down now, and it smells like olive oil and peppermint. £4.50 please. Only joking. A few people had actually asked us if we plan to sell our olive oil or maybe some products made from the olive oil, but no, we're just going to keep it and use it obviously for ourselves, but also make things for friends and family as well, and our dogs.
would say that was a success.